And what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It is your boy Cheap Ludes. It is early in the morning, and we got some hints in regards to limited tomorrow. Now, the reason I'm even covering this in general, it doesn't really matter. Obviously, I'll cover it in my limited tips video, but the reason I'm even bringing it up is because there is MT to be made. So I figured I would get ahead of the market tip video phenomenon that's going to be happening later today. So we actually got our limited warm up week 2 a day early, which is something I really hope they keep doing because I often find it hard to get these done during the weekend because I'm busy doing limited or doing a bunch of other stuff. And I think this weekend we're going to have a lot of grindable content. So, Season 2 Limited Warm-Up Week 2. You can see we got our limited requirements early. Get ready for limited this weekend. You may use up to 2 pink diamonds, 1 amethyst, and 2 rubies. All other players must be gold. No free agents allowed. Okay, so if you win this game, you do get gold Joakim Noah, who, I mean, in all honesty, he looks relatively good. All things considered, he doesn't look like a very good offensive player by any means, but if we're looking at just purely the gold cards right now, he does have gold putback boss, he does have gold box, hustler, intimidator, rim protector, rebound chaser, etc. 69 speed, 90 interior defense, 76 lateral quickness, 80 driving dunk and stuff like that. He's got a 54 mid-range. Look, what that really means is that he's going to be a solid enough defensive center. He's going to be able to at least put in some kind of work against guys who are a little bit better than him. But what this means is you have to use an entire bench made out of gold players. Now, on current gen, this doesn't really make a whole lot of difference. I mean, most people are just going to run their starting 5 the entire game because on current gen, people get superpowers when they get the Gatorade symbol. Over on next gen, however, this does make a huge difference because stamina takes more of an account of a player, if that makes sense. Stamina affects players a little bit more over there. So we're going to look at some of the gold options that you can get away with. Obviously, Joakim Noah, for sure, but there is many others. So heading to the base set, looking at some potential dynamic duos. I've created the all gold lineup over here. So we'll start with our point guard for the all gold lineup. And this makes complete sense. Dennis Smith Jr. Dennis Smith Jr. is a gold that plays I would say a low tier Ruby. He's pretty much got everything you need. He's silver quick first step. He's probably one of the most overpowered golds in the game. He is incredibly good. Definitely a card that you want to use on your bench unit. If you do have this card, he's a limited warm-up guy. Honestly, Darvin Ham's kind of sick. He doesn't have any badges, I don't think. Yeah, not one. He does have upgradable badges. Can I actually apply badges? Okay, so I can't apply badges to this card, but it says that I have an entire roster of upgradable badges for Darvin Ham. That doesn't make any sense. Either way, he's relatively good. That 79 three-pointer is solid. He has a very, very good release. I don't really know what's up with that, but he's got a good release. I forget exactly what it is. Let me take a look here and see if I can find him on 2KDB. Where's my man Darvin Ham at? Yeah. What release does he have? Jump shot 2. It's only him and Cameron Payne, but he has a really easy to green jump shot. So Darvin Ham's not a terrible option. 6'7" with a 6'10" wingspan as well. Overall, decent stats. He's decent speed. He booms on people. He plays okay enough defense. Next up, we got a card that I didn't get, which is Corey Kispert. I knew I was going to regret and rue the day that I did not get Corey Kispert, and that day has finally come. I'm super upset. 6'6", 6'7" wingspan, 89 three-pointer with Ray Allen base, release 135 upper, same as Jaren Jackson, whoever Brandon Boston Jr. is, which I don't know who that is, but that sounds like a really sick name. Gold catch and shoot, gold corner, silver blinders, silver hot zone, silver sniper, hot zones all around the three-point line. This card is really ridiculous, and I'm upset that I did not get him. Next one would be Joe Ingles. Joe Ingles is relatively okay. He's kind of the same as Corey Kispert and then Joakim Noah. But let's look at some marketable ones, or auctionable, I should say. First things first, let's look at where is my boy Starberry. Stephon Marbury is very good. Let's not get it twisted. Stephon Marbury he has a dynamic duo with Keith Van Horn, basically turns them both into low grade emeralds. Really solid overall. If you have both of these cards, this is definitely a dynamic duo you want to run on the bench. Now let's see what's up with Stephon Marbury. His price really hasn't gone up all that much, to be honest. Like, you can pick this card up for 1,300, and Keith Van Horn is a pickup you can make in domination. I believe you just have to beat the Nets domination team on like Superstar or whatever. Most people have done that, and if you haven't, if you're going to be struggling with limited trying to get John Morant, this is honestly a really good duo to run regardless. Heading to the NBA Series 1, we got a couple of dynamic duos that you're obviously going to want to run. One of those involves the Kings players, and that would be, where is my man Buddy Hield? Gold Buddy Hield, there is not a single gold Buddy Hield up. So if you own this card, name your price. People will probably pay it, especially if they're struggling. He has a dynamic duo with Richaun Holmes, who's a little bit expensive at this point. Does it do a whole lot? Not necessarily. To Richaun Holmes, I don't think it does much, but it does upgrade some of Buddy Hield's badges from bronze to silver, which is pretty solid. Because he already comes standard with like bronze blinders, bronze catch and shoot, corner specialist, hot zone, limitless spot up, slippery, and sniper. Adding the dynamic duo, he goes up to silver blinders, silver catch and shoot, silver corner, silver hot zone, silver limitless, silver slippery off ball, +5 boost on 3-pointers, so it's up to an 87. He already has Kobe release with 119 upper, same as Jaylen Brown. Plus he gets some boost to like perimeter defense and stuff like that and ball handle. Richaun Holmes, on the other hand, what is his boost? He goes from having bronze putback boss to silver. But he goes up to an 88 mid-range, which is super nice. He's got a decent release at base 109, same as like Mo Bamba, Jaren Jackson. 108 upper, who only is Day'Ron Sharpe, who I don't know who that is, but that's cool. Either way, like a relatively solid boost. And I mean, if you have these two cards, it's going to get expensive for them. Like, there's no question about it. Next card would be a card that doesn't have a dynamic duo or anything, but altogether just a really solid card in general, which is Mikal Bridges. Now, there's none of him up right now. Just these golds, people do not have a lot of these golds. Now, the question is it worth, like, say, opening some of these packs, right? And the last two that I'm going to bring up real fast is a dynamic duo, which I think is hilarious that I didn't even know existed, but I'm super stoked on it, and I'm totally going to use it. Christian Laettner and JJ Redick. Fantastic. Christian Laettner gets silver catch and shoot, silver corner, silver difficult shot, silver clutch, bronze sniper, green machine stop and pop. Plus, he boosts up to like +5 3-pointer, which I think that puts him at like 76 or something, which is like totally fine. Gets a little bit of a boost and rebound and stuff, some mid-range boost. JJ Redick gets a little bit better, can play a little bit more perimeter defense, gets basically the same badge boost. This dynamic duo is really solid. No defense whatsoever. Laettner still as slow as ever. But overall, it's a dynamic duo that's worth using, at least in my opinion. Like, that's how I feel about it. Another card, it doesn't have a dynamic duo, but it's actually a card that I think is pretty decent. That I think if you're on a budget, or if you just happen to have this card already, I think it would do pretty well, is Chris Boucher. Now, there's only one up, but other than that, I mean, he's decent. Like, Lob City finisher, pogo, rise against. Chris Boucher has a good release, 77 3-point shot, which is, I believe, about the same as his normal one. Yeah, I mean, it's higher than his Sapphire domination reward, like before the Evo. And that's a card that I've used a lot and I really enjoy. So a little bit slow, but 52 speed is not bad whatsoever. Chris Boucher can hold it down. OG Anunoby is another good one. He has a dynamic duo with, I believe, Scotty Barnes, if I'm not mistaken. Let me double check on that real quick. Yeah, he does. Scotty Barnes. It doesn't make either of them better on the badge front, but I mean, Scotty Barnes gets +15 shot close, +12 mid, +11 3-pointer, which only brings him to a 70, but it's like cashable, you know, plus 25 draw foul, +38 post move. Like, he gets a massive stat boost from this. And as far as OG doesn't get any badge upgrades, but he goes from a 79 3-pointer to an 88 with a solid release. Like, 76 is okay. It's the same one that, like, I mean, Killian Hayes has. Killian Hayes usually has a good release, so I haven't tried this one out specifically. Scotty Barnes, what is his release? Oh no, I gotta go to Scotty Barnes. He has. It just keeps going back to there we go. He has base 11. Okay, Scotty Barnes has base 11. This might be cash. I don't know. I'm kind of interested. Let's take a look at, is that Isaac Bonga in the mix? Oh, he can only play small forward. The audacity. 7K. Like, people know what's up with Scotty Barnes too. Now, another good duo that I'm going to mention for gold would be, where is my man? Carmelo Anthony actually has a duo with Dwight Howard. And I'm going to be honest here, like the JJ Redick and Christian Laettner duo, it's not going to bring you a whole lot on the defensive end. But as far as offensively, like, Melo gets super good, especially if you're over on next gen. He's very usable. He gets gold corner, bronze catch and shoot, bronze clutch, bronze set shooter. He goes up to an 83 3-pointer, 83 shot close, 83 shot mid. He gets plus 10 hustle, which is sick. Dwight Howard apparently busts that up. Plus 10 on driving dunk and driving layup, bringing him into the mid 70s. Interior and perimeter defense, but plus 10 brings him to about a 60. Not great, but usable. Dwight Howard actually gets gold putback boss, gold rise up, and then he already has bronze grace under pressure, and then he also gets silver box, silver brick wall, so he can run screens pretty well. And you know what? He is relatively okay as well. So these are definitely some things that you would want to run. As far as like what other gold cards you can go with, I mean, that's kind of up to your prerogative. Now, looking at the rest of the parameters, let me double check what they are first before I start going into too much here. I think it's up to 2 pink diamonds. Yep. 1 amethyst and 2 rubies. So one thing I will say is you always want to wait until tomorrow, because you don't know exactly what we're going to get as far as like the ruby cards. We don't know. Like, I'm guessing it's going to be a large promo set like this or a flash set. So regardless, it's going to have between, 14 players, and the normal flash set has about like 8, right? Something like that. So it's going to have 8 to 14 different cards in there, meaning we're going to get at least like, 2 or possibly 3 like rubies at the absolute most, and a couple amethysts, most of which will be pretty usable. So I'm not going to tell you exactly cards that you should be using, prior to that. Obviously, people are going to want to use Dejounte Murray. He's really good. I just wanted to highlight this card. I don't think he's quite as good as people say he is. Like, I've heard people say that, oh, this is like borderline Gary Payton. That's not 100% accurate. He's like relatively solid, but I don't think he's necessarily that good. Now, the key is tomorrow, you're just going to want to sell off your golds. Like, today and tomorrow, especially if you have any current Series 1 golds, especially any of the ones that I mentioned, like Juan Hernan-Gomez is not going to go for a bunch, but you could probably get 2K for him. Oh, Darius Garland has a dynamic duo with Evan Mobley too. It's not the greatest in the world, but it's usable for sure. So for that reason, I'm going to sell off, Darius Garland as well, because I don't plan on using him. I plan on using Starberry anyway, so it doesn't really matter. What's he going for right now? 4,900. Yeah, I don't think he's going to go much over that in price. So I will sell him for 4,900. Hopefully if someone bites, Like I said, next gen is kind of where it's at in regards to getting MT for these gold players, because stamina does matter. So you're going to need to have like at least a semi-solid gold bench over there for you to really work out. Like, I don't think Goga Bitazizi is going to be going for much. I don't know. It depends. Can my man shoot? Nope. That's a hard no, but he's still getting like 2,000 MT, which is crazy. I'm never selling Delano Banton. That'll never happen. That's my boy. Nicholas Batum. Oh, Batum's actually pretty good too, if he could play small forward, but I guess not. 7,000? Okay. Yeah, I mean, if you want to give me 7,000 for Batum right now, I will take that. There's no question about it. Like, yeah, all right. That's just a no question. I'm going to do that if it's possible. I have no remorse. Sorry, Batum. I like you, but yeah, not for that price. John Conchar. Honestly, he doesn't look too bad either. What's up? Anybody who can like really shoot, you're going to be able to sell for a decent amount. Bojan. Yeah, 3,000. Golds are going for a decent amount anyway. So if you have any of these gold cards from the series, you're going to want to sell them within probably the next, like today. basically, especially before people realize it's not like an all gold thing. Devontae Graham is another good one, by the way. You can pretty much name your price on him, because I thought it was going to be mostly golds, and I'm actually kind of disappointed that it's not. I kind of wanted to play like a gold bang out. So I'm kind of upset, and I don't even have like a really solid gold team. I was just excited to play with like a bunch of golds for no reason. Oh, another guy that you should definitely look at is Anthony Simons. This guy's a walking bucket regardless what his card is. Wiseman's obviously always a good choice as well. He's decent. He's lanky and can block shots. That's about all I can say about him. Nemanja Bjelica. Can my man stroke? If he can stroke, 73. That's just rude. Moses Moody. Yeah, Moses Moody looks pretty tight. I hope we get a good Moses Moody card at some point in the near future. Maybe a moments card. Don't rule out us getting a couple moments today as well. I don't necessarily think that's going to happen, but I wouldn't be entirely shocked, especially because they removed all the moments out. So it wouldn't be crazy to just randomly get some moments here at some point. Like the only one in here right now is Dejounte Murray. So if it's not today, I wouldn't be shocked to see like Saturday we get some random moments in here or something. Like 2K wouldn't just take these moments out if they didn't plan on putting more in. Or they're going to put them in on Monday. It kind of depends. But as always, it's been your boy Cheap Ludes. Look, most gold cards can't get badge upgrades. I'm not certain if any of them can. I'll take a look at like ones that would be able to, like maybe Dennis Smith can upgrade some badges and stuff like that. So I'm guessing Kispert can as well. Joe Ingles is an Evo card, so it kind of remains to be seen. Let me see who's the Ben McLemore. Can my man Ben McLemore get any? The audacity! How dare you? How dare you not give Ben McLemore his shine? Can any of these domination guys get him? I don't think so. Like I'll check the base set domination guys. Like have I not beat? Oh yeah, Mario Chalmers. Yeah, for whatever reason, this is another one, by the way, I wanted to highlight. Paul Pierce and Antoine Walker. Chances are it's not really going for much. So look into the base set one guys and dynamic duos as far as filling your lineup out. They're going to be a lot cheaper and just a lot overall better. And I'll say it again. I don't know which one of you guys keeps putting up. I know it's not one single person, but I don't know who keeps putting up badges for 500 MT, but I promise it's not a good idea. Like teardropper for 400, not the greatest, but I'd probably pick it up. 450 for dimer bronze, absolutely. You can make a lot of MT. Granted, it's going to be in very small amounts by picking up some of these badges at 500 and below MT, especially if they are bronze and silver badges. Gold badges, for the most part, they're giving out so many gold hustlers that it's actually sickening, but hustler is a really, really good badge. So especially for a defensive player. So if a defensive player doesn't have hustler, it's probably only going to cost you 1,000 or 2 MT to gold hustler him, and I promise it makes a world of difference, and it's worth the 1,000 or 2 MT to do that. So something to think about. Same with like ball stripper. Like ball stripper is really annoying, especially if you're over on next gen. On current gen, it doesn't make a whole lot of difference. On next gen, it does, and it's super, super annoying. Ankle braces is really annoying, especially if you are playing a dribble god. Very helpful as well. So as always, it's been your boy Cheap Ludes. I feel like my content's the same. Shout out to that comment. I'm sorry, I've just been like, it's been in my head now because this man said I missed the hungry Ludes. Like, you're not the same, bro. You fell off. And I'm just like, man, I feel like I'm the same. I don't know. I mean, I'm less angry at 2K this year. Just in general, the game's just better, so it's harder for me to be angry. I'm still angry about their aggressive monetization practices, but you know, in general, it's harder to be angry. Anyways, drop a like on this video. I'm going to take a break from streaming more than likely tonight, but maybe I'll do a live market video later. It just kind of remains to be seen. But as always, peace, guys. I appreciate you.